see that it is a sewer pit of modernity and degeneracy. We've only got to look at how bad Christianity has failed to maintain values, morals, and human standards in general in the West. It has utterly failed miserably. It literally handed over its societies to sexual deviates and degenerates, alcoholics, junkies, all these types. And this is because you've got to look at how Christianity handles things. Now, Christians will sit back and they'll go, oh, we'll just, it's in God's hands, we will pray about it. It's in God's hands, let's pray about it. Oh, there's junkies running through our streets, dealing to our kids. There's all these ice dealers in our streets. Let's not go and beat the shit out of them. Let's pray and it's in God's hands. You know? Oh, there's drag queens teaching our kids in primary school how to insert dildos into their anus. Let's not go down to the school in massive numbers and threaten to pull all our kids out of the school until this shit is abolished. Let's pray to Jesus about it and just whinge in our churches about it. And the most activism a Christian will do is hold a protest sign and go, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. And the politicians just sit there and they just laugh. They don't take Christianity seriously. Christianity is a backwards desert hippie cult now of a bunch of love and light pacifist pussies. That is what Christianity is. And you can sit here and be butthurt by the truth, but it's the truth. And if you're a Christian, you fucking know this. Now let's talk about Islam and why Islamic suburbs. Let's look at Sydney, for example. You have Greenacre, Auburn, Lakemba. They don't have all these junkies walking around their streets everywhere going, oh mate, you're a fucking ciggy or a spare dollar, I could fucking borrow, you know, high on fucking whatever. They don't have all these degenerates like, they don't have rainbow gay pride flags hanging off every building trying to shove it in your face. At their public schools, you know, you don't have freaking homosexuals teaching children, telling them that masculinity is evil and to be masculine is evil and that you got to cry all the time and be a little bitch and a little emotional bitch, and, you know, being a strong competitive male is now taboo when you just got to be a little submissive bitch and there's 72 genders and all this shit. Muslims don't put up with that. A state school would not dare push that in a Muslim area because they know the Muslims would probably come down there and beat the teachers up if they try and push any of that shit. You only have to look at how serious the Muslims are when it comes to self-respect and respecting their religion and their beliefs. Now, Andrew Tate said you could walk right through London wearing a t-shirt saying Jesus is a faggot, and there wouldn't be any reprisals about it. You wouldn't have anyone come up and knock you clean out. He said, but if you walk through London with a t-shirt saying that about the Islamic prophet, you wouldn't make it out the other side. You'd be dead before you made it 200 metres down the street. And this is why Islam is dominant and Christianity isn't. Christianity hasn't been on the offense. It hasn't fought physically since the Crusades. And even when it did go on the Crusades, you know, over in the Middle East and try to defeat Islam, they lost to Saladin, the leader of the Islamic army, and they had to retreat back to Europe. They got their asses kicked. So what you have to look at now is Christianity's failed. It's not going to magically rise up and take back society because all Christians are all cowards now. They don't fight physically. They'll hold a protest sign. They're all pacifist pussies. They're all these love and light types. There's no masculine men that'll go out on the street and knock someone clean the fuck out if you mock Jesus. There's none of those men. And this is why Christianity is losing to LGBTQ, Antifa, and all these Marxist and communist groups. But Islam is not. Because these groups know if they try and push that propaganda in the Muslim-dominant suburbs, they're going to be wiped out in the streets physically. They'll get their heads kicked in. And this is why Muslim suburbs have all their traditional morals and values within that suburb, but the Christian areas do not. They're full of women who fucking fall over drunk and they sleep with multiple men all the time and they can't control their emotions and they speak to their men like shit and try and rule over them all the time, you know. And you got like all this shit going on. You know, men can't be masculine. Men can't be this, men can't be that, men have to be submissive, men have to be pussies now. And the church does nothing. The Christians themselves that read the Bible that say, don't lump us in with the church. You guys are doing nothing. Islam is. Islam will pick up the sword the minute their religion's threatened or their ways, their traditional ways are threatened, they'll pick up the sword. Christians won't. Oh, just pray about it in the church. Pray about it in the church. Oh, why are people leaving Christianity? Why are they leaving Christianity? Why are less people in the churches now? Oh, what's going on? It's because people have realised how fucking weak and pathetic Christianity is, and this is the truth. It is a pacifist, submissive, fucking roll over and die religion. I know, because I live within a Christian society. I see all the junkies around, I see all the fucking whores, I know people whose kids are like 17 years old and they've already fucked 20 or 30 blokes. Morals, all this shit's gone out the fucking window. You know, you hear these chicks all the time, they're career obsessed. Absolutely career obsessed in Christian societies. They're so fucking career obsessed that they go, I'm never going to have kids. And scientists did a research study and found that most of the white Western women that they studied into in these Christian societies, they found that by 2030, at the rate this is going, that women aged from 25 to 42 will be childless and motherless. 42-year-old women that still haven't had kids because they're money obsessed. And they said because 45% of all Western women by 2030 at the age of 25 to 42 will be childless and motherless, they said we will have massive population decline, and that puts us in the extinction bracket. But this isn't happening in the first world Muslim nations. You got Qatar, you got Turkey, you got all these different places. And their women respect their men. They don't talk down to them. They don't try and rule over them and go, this is a woman's world now. You got to fucking do what I say. You're a misogynist if I don't get what I want. If you defend yourself, you're a fucking narcissist. If I want to talk to 50 other blokes online in private messages, I will. And if you fucking try and tell me I'm a slut for doing it, you're controlling. And this is why men are fucking leaving Christianity, because it's weak as fuck. And this is why people are moving towards Islam. And I don't blame them, because if you have one religion that has completely failed the West miserably and has no solutions to the problem of degeneracy and modernity, which is going to see the loss of our women and the loss of our youth altogether, then people are going to gravitate towards a strong religion that doesn't put up with that shit and that will enforce its values against the sewer pit of modernity. And the sewer pit of modernity and degeneracy is modern Western values. Man-hating feminists, fucking crackheads and junkies everywhere, fucking a youth that don't even know what gender they are. Society's collapsing all around us. And you can see it. Islam will return the values that a nation needs to thrive. Simple as that. You can't argue with it.